Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So in the last episode, I spoke about CPQ configuration package settings. I did mention about the few tabs, the documents, groups, um, and plugins. So what I'm going to do today, right? I'm not going to cover everything because it's not really required for you to know at this stage. So I will talk about few aspects of it, right? So for instance, let's look at the line editor, and we're going to talk about the options which is ticked by default, like visualize product hierarchy, preserve bundle structure, keep bundle together, enable multi-line delete, right? So multi-line delete, okay, so that's a pretty simple option, right? So if you enable that option, so what that will do, it will help the sales rep to multi-select code lines and then delete it. That's pretty much it. So you can select multiple lines and then you can delete it. Okay? And then we have something called visual product hierarchy, which is pretty simple. So it will intend the components of the bundle together. So which also includes your nested bundles. So this feature, right? This is a pretty important feature. It will actually make your bundle easier to read, especially if they have many product options, right? So that's one thing, right? So that's why it's ticked by default. Then we have preserve bundle structure. So it will display a bundle's product options in the same order in the renewable codes, right? So now you must be wondering, that doesn't make sense. So this feature is useful, right? In simple terms, if you organize your bundles with important or frequently edited product options at the beginning of the bundle, that's pretty much it, right? Okay, and keep the bundle together. That's pretty simple, right? When you drag and drop a bundle parent to a different locations in a code line editor, Salesforce CPQ moves its component to the new code line positions as well. So that's pretty much it. Excuse me. Um, so now let's look at um, the subscriptions and renewals. I don't want to talk much about the subscriptions and renewals because the reason why I don't want to talk because there's not much we're going to talk about at this stage. So the only thing I would, um, in general, would love to talk about is that the use of the legacy amend and the renewal service. This one. So in summer 19 or later, right? The large scale amendment and uh, rem- amendment and renewal service, just got enabled by default. So it's a new service, right? So it offers improved support of amendment and renewal actions of contracts with large volume of the related records. Right now, um, to revert to the previous service functionality, so we take this one. So that's pretty much it says. Continue using legacy contact service. So if you wanted to use the old legacy renew service, then tick this by default. When you install the CPQ package, it comes ticked. So if you wanted to use the old service, keep on doing it. That's fine. Like I said, it's based on your business requirement. So we're going to talk about it later. CPQ is a vast topic, right? So we will be covering different aspects of it, and as we uncover different parts of CPQ, we will be revisiting some of the package settings. So don't worry, we will cover again. Okay, so I just want to mention a couple of them. So like disable initial code sync. By default, when a Salesforce sales rep, right, creates the first code from an opportunity, Salesforce CPQ creates code line for each of the opportunity product. So if you tick this, right? So if I make this tick, right, what will happen is Salesforce CPQ does not create code line for these opportunity products. That's pretty much it, right? The same goes for the disable code contact defaulting. So when the sales reps makes a code from an opportunity, the code doesn't inherit its primary contact from the opportunity, right? The sales rep or whoever it is enters the code primary contact instant. So um, deletions is pretty simple. You can delete product options from the prior codes. So that's what it is. And so as you can see that we have an option called allow multiple orders. So your sales rep can split a code lines into multiple orders, right? Obviously, you can only do using CPQ, right? You can't do without CPQ. So that's the and if you tick this, you can do the multiple orders. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much I wanted to talk about in today's episode. I mean I do understand that you must be thinking, oh, you got a lot of options here. But you don't have to know at this stage. Trust me, you don't have to know at this stage. You're at the beginning stage of CPQ. I don't want it to overwhelm you guys with too many options. So whatever I've covered for now, that's good enough for us to move forward. And as we, progress through the codes, we might revisit these options again, right? So that's pretty much I wanted to cover in this episode. As you can see that my voice is still a bit clunky. I mean, I'm still recovering from cough. I tell you guys, cough is the worst thing to get, right? If it's the first thing to come and the last thing to move, right? Leaves your body. So yeah, I mean, I've been battling with this cough for like almost 2.5 weeks now, ever since I got that influenza, right? So, but I think I'm getting better. So yeah. So that's that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Adios.